Hello everyone, Kevin Fay here, Adult Services Librarian with the Casa Grande Public Library, giving you another iPhone tip of the week. And this week is the final week that I'm going over the organizational apps, and I'll be going over the calendar app. Now, we use calendars for a lot of things. We use them to keep track of appointments, of dates we might have, trips that we're going to be planning, and the calendar app will do all that, but then also remind you that this particular appointment or trip you're planning is coming up. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and begin. The calendar app is white and it has the date of the month and the day. So, my calendar app is at the top of the screen. It says Thursday the 18th. I'm going to go ahead and tap on it to open it up. Now, it generally opens up to the month. Now, your calendar app might look like this, and I'll go over the differences in a bit, but it will tell you you generally show you the entire month and the day that it is highlighted in red, and you can see that the 18th is highlighted in red. Now, if I wanted to move out of that month and see the broader year, I would tap on 2021 in the top left corner. When I tap on that, I see more of the years, most 6 months of the year. I could scroll down to see more of it and then even go into 2022. If I wanted to go back to the day it is today, in the bottom left-hand corner, there is something that says today. And when I tap on it, it will take me to the current month and day. Now, to get it back into the month view, I tap on the month and I'm going to tap on February, and it now shows me February. If I want to see more detail of, say, today, the 18th, I could tap on today, and it doesn't tell me that I have any events today. The next one is for the 18th. If I wanted to go back out to February, I tap on February in the top left corner. Now, I'm going to go over some of the other things that are around, some of the other icons that are around the app. On the bottom middle part is calendars. So generally people have one calendar, but you can have more. You can have a work calendar that shows all your work appointments and stuff. And that will be, when you see an appointment for it, it would be highlighted in purple. Mine is just regular calendar, and it's when I see an appointment for it, it's highlighted in blue. There's also other calendars that come with your phone. I have US holidays, so it shows me the holidays, and that's highlighted in orange. And then there's birthdays, and that's highlighted in gray. You might be like, oh, birthdays. It will remind you of someone's birthday. Yes, it will remind you of someone's birthday so long as you have that information in their contact information. You can decide whether or not to show declined events, and I'll go over that in a bit. You can add a calendar, that's in the bottom left corner, and then you can decide to hide all the calendars, which I don't recommend that you do, but again, you can add a calendar, and then when you're all done with seeing all the different calendars, you hit done in the top right corner. There in the bottom right corner is inbox, and people can invite you to an event, and they'll send you an invite to an event, and then it will show up in your inbox, and you can say you're going to attend or not. We'll go over how to invite people to an event in a bit. In the top middle part of the screen, there's a box with 2 lines underneath it. This allows you to toggle between just the regular calendar view and a view that shows the calendar and then the events underneath it. And that view is what I recommend that most people have. And I'll show you why in a sec. When you have it in that view, it's now highlighted in red. You can tap on an event, like on April, let's go to 17th. And you can see that Ash Wednesday was yesterday, and it's highlighted in orange. Remember, orange was the holiday calendar. If I tap on the 12th, that's the Lunar New Year, I can scroll down my calendar. If I tap on the 27th, which is the dots are there highlighting an event. Oh, there's Passover. Let's go to the 29th. And you can see I have one event in there that's highlighted in blue. That's my calendar, Happy Valley. And it says with whoever. And so this view allows you to see the different events that are on your calendar while also having the calendar itself up. It's an easy way to view your calendar. You can search your calendar by tapping on the little eyeglass icon there, and that will allow you to search the calendar. And then the plus symbol, and that plus symbol allows you to add an event. And Apple uses the word event to mean appointment or trip or whatever, anything that you want to add to your calendar. It's called an event. So you tap on the plus symbol. You can give your event a title. Let's say doctor appointment or something like that. Now, location, that's a key kind of field if you're going to a place that you're not familiar with how to get there. So you would put in the address. When the reminder comes up, you bring up the event, you tap on the address that's listed for the event, and your Maps app will come up and give you directions on how to get to that place. Is this an all-day event? If you're going to like a conference or you're going on a trip, you'll probably want to use all day. You give it a start time and end time. You can repeat the event. This can be a monthly, a daily, every week, every 2 weeks, every month, every year. You can customize it. It's similar. The customization is similar to the Reminders app. Travel time, if there's a little bit of travel, it then will work in that travel time so that it will remind you earlier. You can decide what calendar it will be. By default, mine is chosen as the blue calendar one, but you can decide to move it onto your work calendar or whatever calendar you would like to have. Invitees, this is where you can invite people to that event. And you go to that and then you type in the person, as long as they're in your contacts, it will then send them an invite. Alert. By default, it is set to none, but if you want to be alerted for this particular event, you can tap on that and you can say at time of event, 5 minutes before, 10 minutes, an hour before, 2 hours before, a day before. Now I'm just going to set one up. You can also have a second alert. So you can have one for like, say, 15 minutes before, but maybe you want a second alert to remind you the night before so you can prepare for whatever meeting or whatever appointment you might be going to. Add an attachment. This is add a file. You can then also write in a website address underneath the URL field, and then you can also put in additional notes. That does it for the calendar app. I hope you all enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next iPhone tip of the week.